I just want to say I've been where you've been. I have. Maybe not everything, but I've lost someone I love. You know, I've had things happen to me. I've had conflict with family members. I've felt at a point where it's all my fault. What can I do? And this is the video I just want to kind of just ramble on and just tell you exactly how you can just get through depression. JeffJCunningham.com, inspire others always. I hope this video finds you well. Before I get into everything, I want to ask you, seriously, have you ever tried to make a cockroach float? Because if you have, and you don't know how, it's 2 scoops of ice cream and some root beer. Enough with the joke. And the reason why I started with the joke is this video is about depression. It's about something serious. It looks like I've been crying. It is, and it's not because of the humor of that joke. It's because I've lost somebody in my life, and I think everybody has. And at the time we're in right now with Corona, where everybody's isolated and I figured this video is the most important time to do it. And I'm going to give you 3 reasons why people are depressed, and 3 reasons on if you lost someone that you loved, if you're depressed because of your money, your job, wherever you're at. This video, I really just wanted to help you and kind of just do it into kind of more intimate way, kind of in this way too. Just speak to you. And I'm going to tell a story. I was actually just out at a car wash, and I saw this guy, Don P, and he kind of come out, social distancing 6 feet away, and he said, "Hey Jeff, how you doing?" And then I said, "Hey, good, Don, how are you?" He said, "Lost my dad." And I saw him then point to his head and be like, now this guy has a Mercedes. He's pretty successful in town, and he's a really good guy. I met him, talked a lot about stuff. And I saw that he lost his dad, and he said, be aware, be careful, you know, this, and I didn't know if it was COVID or what it was, but not only that, but my main mentor, JC Tenati, he just lost his mom recently. And we were in one of our sessions, coaching sessions, when we were talking with them. I saw how much it mattered to him, and how much when you lose a loved one, what it is. And you know, I lost my mom when I was 12, and I lost my brother about 3 years ago now. So I want to speak to you about depression and really how it's really not as bad as you think, okay? And I'm going to explain it like this. Alright, the reason why depression isn't that serious is because, think about it. If you're sad because you lost somebody, you lost money, you lost your job, you're not hitting your goals, it's really because that's actually normal. So like, think about it, if you lost your mom and you didn't get sad or didn't get depressed, right? Then you would actually be like, it would be abnormal. You'd be like, man, what's wrong with that guy? He's not sad, he lost his dad, you know? So for Dom or even Joe or anybody like this, it's normal to feel depressed how you're feeling. Don't think you're like special or you even need any type of medication, all right? And the reason why I want to say this is because I think I used to work at a pharmacy tech. I used to watch. I remember the head guy, Mike, the old guy, was like, Jeff, you can make a lot of money in the pharmacy tech. And I was not happy seeing people come in for antidepressants. So I just want to read to you, and this all credit to the video that changed my life, Grant Cardone Depression. I'm going to leave the link below. And even before I watched this video, I watched a video that I'll link about my brother, and I'll explain a little bit about my brother at the end too. But these are the things, the main risks that they say cause depression. So let me know if you've ever had any of these. Past abuse. And just a reminder, all these things happen to you that didn't happen because of you, okay? Past abuse, sexual abuse, emotional abuse, certain medications, high blood pressure medications, which means you can't have high blood pressure, conflict with family member. I mean, who on planet Earth doesn't have a conflict with family member at one time? Death. Who doesn't die in life? Does anybody ever tell you people die in life? Because they do, and that's what we're going to talk about today. Loss of any kind, you know, loss of money, loss of, you know, a pet, right? Everybody has pets. Pets die. Chronic or major illness, and family history of depression, which kind of looks at the family history, might have had high blood pressure or conflict with family member. So I just want to say, before you start feeling a certain way, let's say, and I'm speaking to my friend Dom, or who lost his dad, and a lot of people with Corona and all these diseases going on, the flu, you know, car accident, shark bites, whatever, man. People actually are gonna die in life, okay? And I almost wish people would say it, like, life insurance is really death insurance. You're buying stuff to be insure when you die, okay? if you even have it, and I'll be getting some pretty soon. But yeah, that's the first thing. If you're sad or anything, let's say you lost a lot of money in the stock market, right? You're not alone. Everybody's pretty upset about that. Let's say you're upset because you're in here and you can't go out and talk to people, which is why I'm talking to you right now today. So I hope this video finds you. I remember when I found my first video on depression that changed my life and had a lot of stuff I'm just kind of just going off and talking to you about. I was lying in bed. I just lost my older brother Jay, and 3 things I do that make me, people like, Jeff, where do you get your energy from? You know, and I do believe that part of when my brother passed, his dreams passed on to me, so I work for 2, but you know, I've kind of always had this crazy energy, and you know, I always thought something was wrong with me until I actually saw a video when I realized, man, my potential problems. I remember having my past girlfriend who still, because of Corona, now reached out to me, and I always had so much energy and I was just slowing it down, and really kind of to put it in like Grant's terminology, you know, I was a Ferrari and she was a Civic, you know, I mean, I don't think she'd like that, but I was just ready to go fast and do a lot of stuff, you know. So everybody in life, we've heard the word potential, and what it means to you is like, I think you ever have a productive day where you just feel like, man, I did a lot, felt like a good day, because everybody knows you kind of just have a gauge of how much you can actually accomplish in the day. And when you don't accomplish a lot in that day, it kind of makes anybody upset. I think no matter what level you're at, you know, whether you're a job at, if you get stuck at that same position at that job and you're not growing and you're just kind of doing a factory, people get depressed because they're not growing. So like, I think it was Les Brown, one of the guys I first listened to, said a tree can't be anything but a tree, right? It grows to its full potential, right? The tree grows all the way till it can grow. Humans have unlimited potential. My boy Elon Musk has proven that right now with trying to go to Mars when they're trying to kick him out of. We're gonna do a video on Elon Musk too, actually, pretty soon, because the guy just inspires me. I admire him about a lot of stuff he does, and he said a lot of wisdom in the last interview with Joe Rogan. But so listen, let's say it's potential. You feel like I coach people, okay? I've found the one job that fulfills me most, and it's coaching people to get to their potential and find their potential and their why in life. And I was coaching the guy the other day, and he said, "Man, I just get mad when I don't get what I want." And that's what I'm going to talk about. So when you don't reach potential and you're actually sad, then you kind of, you know. And the guy Dom, Mercedes, successful business, a lot of money. Sometimes money. This is why I'm doing this video on depression here today. And then the third thing is when you're depressed, right? You're just not grateful enough. And what I mean by that is, like, let's say you lost somebody, all right? Like, I lost my brother, right? I could look at the past, how I lost him. Oh, I don't have these times with him, right? Or I could look at, you know, I was grateful for the times I had with him, that I spent a last week in Connecticut here with him, whatever it is, you know, be grateful for that. I know a lot of people have regrets when they, you know, go to bed angry at someone. I'll say don't ever go to bed angry. I think one of my biggest regrets I would have had if the night before my brother passed away, I didn't go and apologize to him for us having a fight over, you know, my current girlfriend and whether or not she was the right girl for me, you know? So definitely, if anything, you're listening to this video, don't go to bed angry at somebody. Just make sure things are good, because you got to treat every day like it's last. And I'm going to go into the 3 things that will actually help you really just conquer depression and really go from, if you're laying down, just listen to this video, this is something that will definitely, these are 3 things will help you. I don't even try and use the word depressed. I mean, I use it for this because, you know, I want people to search how to get out of depression and come across this video. But the first thing you want to do, and I want to say this in a very careful way, because I don't want people to get too involved with this, but you want to talk to somebody. And I don't mean like talk to a therapist. You want to talk to somebody you want to be like, or you value their opinion where they're at. So like, I had a therapist, right? When after my brother passed away, I went to 4 therapy lessons. The lady was miserable. She was divorced. She told me I couldn't do my stuff unless I got these pills, right? And she did it this whole way. Not to say, guys, if you're even on medication, I did an interview with Brian CUBAN on the Make More Money podcast. Stay alive. If you feel like you need something to stay alive, that's the first thing, and then get to it. But like, I'm just saying, like, where I was at, you know, I always thought there was something wrong with me. It's funny, I went and talked to my manager at the store, Dan Puka, who I did a legacy video of him, and I'm going to talk about that at the end too. But Dan Puka basically, he basically said, you know, Jeff, you know, maybe, you know, you kind of come off like you have ADD. You know, you're a guy who kind of has that. And I was like, oh, okay. You know, you would benefit from some Ritalin. And I started getting all this data from everybody else. And so you got to be careful who you talk to, right? So the first person, like, and then people would be like, Jeff, you see a therapist? I'm like, oh yeah. My therapist is Grant Cardone, man. It's no thing. That's the data I get, man, right? So I used to tell people that, oh, Dr. Cardone is my therapist. And so the reason why is because he was where I wanted to be. He had all the energy, and I took only advice from that guy, all right? I kind of joked with Elena on the Make More Money podcast. He was the Jesus of entrepreneurship. I found my life calling because of that dude, man. And now I've just excelled and taken a lot of stuff out of that. But what I mean by talk to someone, just don't talk to anybody. When my brother passed away, everybody reached out to me and said, Jeff, we're here for you if you need to talk. And I said, yeah, okay, I'm going to need to get this out. There's a lot, thank you. And, you know, I can talk with the best of them. So I'm like, do people know what they signed up for? But I really reached out, you know, former girlfriend, former girl that liked me. Hey, I heard you lost your brother. I want to talk to you. Don't say, no, I'm fine. Talk to those people. Get it out. Tell your feelings, right? You kind of have to get it out. I even know my younger brother, Josh Lewis Growth, he kind of kept it in a little bit longer. And that's him trying to be the strong guy he is. But it'll do best. It'll mess up you internally if you do it that way. You're supposed to talk it out, but definitely talk to someone that you value their opinion, you want to be like, and only take your opinion. If you're taking it from, maybe you have a therapist you don't like right now, or maybe it's not even me, man. You know, if you don't like where I'm at, take it from somebody else, but just talk to someone that you value their opinion. That's the first thing to do, whether you lost a pet. Listen, this hoodie, I lost $434 to an ad. It's probably my most viewed YouTube video, which I'm going to ask you guys, like and share this video to anybody right now, because I feel like they're depressed. I feel like the guy just rambled on will help, but I lost money trying to do that. I remember seeing my former future wife, who's in a past video, Caitlin. I was like, hey, I was like, man, can we just have sex? Because like, and she said no, and then I was really depressed. I just wanted to be mad, right? And I'm going to talk to you the reason why I was mad about that, and not because of that. I was mad because I lost money on the hoodie, but I was able to talk it out, right? I knew what not to do. You know, it was a $434 lesson before. The link wasn't even set up to sell the hoodie. You can see the stupid ad with Santa. It's embarrassing, but I leave it up there as a memory for me. All right, the second thing you want to do is get bigger problems, right? So I'm going to keep going back to my older brother, but wherever you're at, if you're, especially now, we're all trapped home, you want to get bigger problems. Like, there was a gift. I almost got fired from my teaching job that I worked at because I wasn't supposed to talk to some girl there, and then I got jealous of some guy talking to her, so then HR did it, and I shared a grading document to myself. And what I did by this, and what I did, although everybody's like, man, Jeff just lost his brother, a student Michael, who passed away. And it's funny, maybe I'll talk a video about grief and how different ways to handle it, or I'll touch on that at the end. But all these things happen, and now I'm threatening to get fired if I talk to this girl, and you know, that's just me starting trouble there. I was so angry about how I was getting treated and all this stuff, playing the victim. I wasn't fully grown yet, but by getting anger in that problem, I wasn't as depressed because I was so thing on that. So, and this was right after my brother passed away, in the same time when I was just really soul searching and reading books and really just going in on myself and figuring it. Once my dad gave me that book, Power of the Subconscious Mind, it led to many other books. Listen, I know there's 12 steps to the depression. I'm just going to give 3, man. You know, talk to someone that you value. The second thing is get bigger problems, right? So right now, too, I have a real estate unit that the tenants may or may not pay, and there's stuff in the basement, and I know, who knows, right? Bigger problem. That's good. I'm not going to get sad because I'm keeping forward on the future. How do I fix it? Where do I keep going? You know, bigger problem. My software shut down. Guy almost robbed it. Good problem. These are bigger problems, you know. My coaching staff. Do I really hire on the right coach for this? Hey, the funnel guy. Do I like this funnel guy? I love the funnel guy, by the way. And then the third thing is eat right. This is like common sense, but don't do drugs. If you're doing drugs or you're drinking alcohol, cut it out. They're depressants, both of them, whether it's weed or alcohol. And the reason I'm saying that, listen, I love beer. Personally, I really love beer. The reason why I say don't do that is because when you're all down and you're not living to potential, or maybe you lost somebody, or you're thinking about how you've been abused or something like that, when you go to certain vices, whether it's alcohol, right, or it's that, what that does is it makes you not feel the pain. And what I coach and what I help people do is that the pain is okay. The pain is there for a reason, and through pain you can find and you will find your purpose. These people have done things great. Michael Jordan is the best, but he had pain because he got cut from his basketball team. It forced him to be that great that when he even was at the Hall of Fame speech, he called out the coach who cut him because he had pain, but that pain offered him to be great. And so what I want to say is you definitely want to make sure you cut out any alcohol, any drugs. I'll even say, when I was depressed about my brother, thought it was my fault, I used to talk to a lot of people and they said, Jeff, it's not your fault. And I thought, oh, they think it's my fault, right? And I got all this data I was getting from the wrong people, and your mind. When I was talking to Dom, he was like, I got to get clear with my mind, because your mind tells you negative thoughts. Oh, I should have been there for my dad more. Oh, I should have been there for my brother. Oh, I should have called him more, right? These are thoughts that just come to you. And the cool thing is when you actually think about it, and then you get fixed on what it can mean to you and how you can become better from it, and maybe your pain can find someone else's purpose by sharing it. It really just changes everything, because I've had certain, everybody I think has regrets. If you don't say you have regrets, I think you just have a little bit too big of an ego. But you want to cut out any drugs, because like I remember, my brother passed away. I was meeting with Cindy, and Cindy, great girl, really nice girl, but she liked to smoke a little weed, so I thought, I'll impress her, I'll bring the weed, right? So, and I didn't even want to do it, and this is a true story here, and the reason why, it's funny that like I'm almost like ashamed that I said this, but I think it helps because there's so many kids, weed's so acceptable, everybody's smoking weed, CBD oil, right? Which I guess there's a good point for CBD. I've kind of come around off that too, although I don't do any of that stuff. But I did. I remember just being at a place, and I was gonna, if she didn't want it and she was gonna hang out with me, I was gonna sell it, right? The entrepreneur in me, okay, I'm gonna sell this stuff, I'll become a drug dealer, I don't care, right? This was my attitude. I was thinking very victimized. I wasn't in the right spot. My buddy Keon actually rolled the whole thing, and then I was like, oh, I can't sell it. Wound up smoking it, laying in a pool, getting so, oh man, I felt so good. And I was like, man, it was like similar to a feeling of like when people drink and you just don't feel anything for a little bit, and you want that feeling for the rest of your life. But what that does, that comatose, is your potential. And when you wake up from that feeling, then you're awake to everything around you, and then the feeling come back. So what do? You drink more. This is how people become alcoholics. This is why people smoke weed. Oh, I wake and bake because I can't feel with the pain. The pain is good. There's one of my favorite movies that I watched when I used to watch movies, Get Him to the Greek. And the druggie dude goes, it's finally good to feel something, because you're so drugged out for a while that when you feel something, that's when you're alive. So even feeling death and the emotions we have, if we didn't have emotions, it would be crazy. All right? So you definitely want to cut out any of that activity. And this is the 3. So definitely that. I know I'm a little passionate about it, but I really care about you wherever you're at. So working out, definitely working out. Working out helps all the time. I know, like, I was talking to my boss, Joe, instead of drinking beer, I drink energy drinks, right? Stressed out, man, give me an energy drink. Not good for you either, really bad. But on top, they're just bad for you because you don't really need them. Working out is something that gets the pumping flowing, gets the juices flowing, you feel, I can go, right? That will just kind of, that and breathing exercise by Wim Hof gets me like really cool. It's meditation, whatever you want to say, it just helps, right? Find some things that help that are more natural. Breathing, everybody knows breathing's good. Take a breath with me right now. No, don't do that. I don't even take a breath when I talk, man. That was like the slowest I do. But yeah, working out, always good. And eating right. So think about us as cars, right? I said I was a Ferrari before, right? You gotta put the right fuel in this Ferrari. If I put the wrong fuel, I'm gonna be like, I don't feel too great, right? You are what you put in, just do the right stuff. So that's the 3rd thing. So I hope this video found you well. I will say, for anybody who's lost someone just recently, please reach out to me. DM me questions at Jeff the Entrepreneur. I'm gonna read out some questions in future videos. This was a question I got by my boy Frank. He told me, hey Jeff, I smoke weed, but I need your coaching sessions. I like what you're doing. I need it. I'm gonna save up all my birthday money. I'm gonna spend $250 an hour. And I said, good. That'll be better than you spent on any drugs, man. That's what I mean to anybody else there. I always qualify people in my life. So qualify the people around in your life. Right now, wherever you're at, however depressed you are, I want to be there for you as much as I can. I'm getting really busy right now, but you DM me. That's the best way on Instagram, Jeff the Entrepreneur. Reach out to me. Say, hey man, I'm lost because this happened to me, and I'm going to give you a word to help it right to you, to figure out why something happened to you. Find it before it happened to you. Like, You know, I don't know why my mom passed away when I was young. You know, my aunt that always talks about her sister. You know, I talk about my brother a lot. I feel it, right? I'm here with my dad. My dad, we got mad about something that I helped him out before. And I remember being mad, but really just taking the moments in. And here's another thing I want to say is people wait too long before they're gone to give their appreciation. But I do want to leave you with this. I want to say that, like, let's not wait, you know? Whoever it is, especially with this Corona stuff going on, man, live it more like, hey, you're gonna die. Do something about it. Do what you have, you know, call. I know this sounds so cheesy, but call someone that you love, you know? Maybe I'll actually call my brother right now. Let's see if he'll pick up. It's 12:38 a.m. and I'm doing this here. That's why my dreams keep me awake. I don't know if it's on here, but they really do. We're gonna call. Who should I call and tell him I love him? By the way, we're gonna do a live call-in show. We're gonna do it fun, even if just my aunt calls in, which is usually how it starts when we start. And I'm gonna take questions too. I don't know what we're gonna call it. Let's see if he picks up here. But work out, eat right, and I used to do a health over wealth thing. It's very important, you know?
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message system.
Hey Josh, just calling to say I love you, man. I'm doing a YouTube video and just practicing what I preach, massive action. So listen, even though he didn't pick up, and I would say get some picks up. It's a little better feeling, right? That would have been better for him. Maybe I'll call Andy. I don't know. I think me calling people at 12:38, 12:40 in the morning, tell them I love them, they'd get really mad. The old me would call one just for the funny response. Maybe we'll do that some other time. But anyway, yeah, so do something, man. You know, get busy. Don't leave white space on your calendar. All the stuff that my main mentor, Grant Cardone, taught me is exactly what I wanted to kind of just cater to you in here. He did it in a very more funny way than me, but I just think this is just something that can really find you well. So wherever you're at, I just want to say that, hey, people care. If you don't think people care, find people that do. You know, treat every day like it's your last. Don't wait till, say, you know, you're sorry to someone. Even if you did, let's say maybe you didn't say sorry to somebody and they've died, right? Then use that as a story to inspire other people who haven't done that, so they don't make the same mistake that happened to you, so you can tell somebody else not to make that happen. You know, you don't want someone to go through the same pain, you know? Whatever pain you've been through, the human nature, what I've seen all the time through is human nature. People who've been through pain always, especially all these great entrepreneurs, want to tell me about the failures they made, and so I don't make them. That's people carrying around me, and that's kind of why I'm doing this video here. I just want to find someone who's literally depressed. They lost someone, whether it's Don P, Frank, the kid who, you know, whoever it is, man. Oh, I didn't get the job, man. That's another thing. Everybody has an unemployment right now. You're sitting home collecting checks. These checks that they're giving you. Yeah, you're gonna be depressed. You need to stay busy. As Elon Musk said, you gotta make stuff. We gotta do stuff, man. You're not doing stuff, you're gonna get upset. That's why I'm doing this video longer than ever. So the 3 things I do that also help me out when I really get tired, and I did it. I cried right before here because I wanted to feel. One thing in the video that I shared below is I don't think that you know, someone was really sympathetic for when you really lost someone. So I listened to the why video with my brother. It's a little eulogy video I made when I was still at the school to remember my older brother. I'll watch it. It has a song, Live a Life Like You Remember. I'll put it on there. That one really gets me. I'll listen to the eulogy I spoke that day, or there's a video that I gotta find where it's at because they just took it off YouTube, but it's up to you. It's a motivational video that I used to listen to with my older brother before he passed, and there's a point in it, and I want to leave you with this. It's a line right in that video, and I'll probably do a video with it thing, but it says, with every passing second is another chance to turn it all around, and there's nothing more true than that. So this has been a Changing Lives, really coaching moment, really just a talk-free moment here, an open talk to tell you people care, I care, and you know, book a coaching session, man. You know, they really help. Find a coach. If you don't like me, find somebody else. You know, and you don't have to pay for a coach either. Go get a book. But sometimes it's good to get that human interaction. You get someone who really feels and listens and hears where you've been. You know, and people have been where you've been, and the people who've been where you've been can help someone reach out. And maybe that's you. Wherever you're at right now, you're gonna help somebody else at. So go you know, cut drinking out, stop the weed, get in shape, eat right. Get some bigger problems on, get some worthy goals, and come in and find someone to talk to. You know, you got me for a little bit, man. All right. JeffJCunningham.com, changing lives. We changing lives here, man. I hope this changed some life. If this video doesn't go on or doesn't post anywhere, I had to get this message out. I felt too much for the guy that I saw Mercedes and said, hey, I got to get this right. So hey, Dom, this is for you.